right. So now tonight's topic, and this is going to be really good. So tonight's topic is when you meet. Hold on, I got to read it so I can say I came up with it early this morning, but yesterday's morning. But I want to make sure that I say it right. So tonight's topic: does taking your time in a relationship really guarantee that it will last longer? And then I got in parentheses, when we really can't control the time that we have on earth. Like we really don't know. You say, oh, I want to take my time with you and get to know you, and then you can get ran over by a truck the next day. So what I'm saying is, like, do you hold off on how you feel about somebody because you're trying to play this, let's take our time, or does it not, all those rules don't apply to everybody, every situation?
So I'll tell you this. My wife and I, we were actually together 8 months before we got married. Okay. And this is what I'll tell you.
And how long have you been together now?
11 years.
11 years, 8 months and 11 years. I'm gonna keep those numbers down. Those are good numbers.
11 years. And this is the thing I always tell everybody. When it comes to relationships, you have to understand that each individual has to know who they are in order to be in a relationship. Okay. In today's world, we have individuals who listen to different things on social media and they start comparing their lives to other people and comparing their relationships to other people. I always tell people like this: if you live out your true desires, your true dreams and all that, and the individual you're with is doing the same thing and you're not stifling each other's growth, hey, why not move things forward, right? Why not do whatever is necessary for you guys to be happy? And so this is the other thing I wanted to add. A lot of people look at relationships as 50-50. I don't believe in that. I believe that I should be bringing 100% of myself. My wife should bring 100% of herself to this relationship. And we should never look at it from a selfish perspective by saying, let me see what she can do for me today. Now, every morning I wake up, and this is the honest to God truth, I'm intentional with the love that I have for my wife, with the care that I have for my wife.
That's a good word, intentional.
And listen, and the same for my children. I'm intentional with that. There are mornings you wake up, and I tell everybody this. There are mornings you wake up, you want to be selfish. Come on, all of us do.
Right.
But when you're intentional about who you are, what you have to offer, you realize, man, you know what? Even though I want to be selfish today, I know that I have to give love. I have to give that caring heart. I have to give that listening ear to the people that I love the most and the people that love me the most. And that's how you start to build what we call to be a firm and solid relationship.
Yes, a round of applause for that, because that was the best. That is the best advice. You used a word that I like to use now, doing it with intent, because I mentioned the time zone because people, and I'm 40, about to be 46, so you hear women say it the most, and this is what kills me about when women, with their rebuttals about certain things. They'll rush a dude if they in their 30s, going to their 40s, and they just met a guy. Oh, we got to make a move because my maternal clock is ticking. All that. They'll put a dude in all type of savory situations because of how they feel about themselves, but let you be moving too fast or too slow. And then it's like, yo, you got to, you know what I mean? It's not always balanced like that. And I'm just speaking from my perspective. And I find like if I meet a woman and I'm intentional and I see things in her that I would see in a wife, that, oh, I'm supposed to take my time to do what? And I'm already learning you. I've been learning you since the day I put eyes on you. And so it's all a learning process. I can lead with love and we can fall out of the love, or it can just keep going higher and higher. I'm okay with trying something and it not working and keeping it moving. I'm not shut down. Like, I know it's a whole wide world out here. I keep trying again. I'm back at it back. And I think that's the people's fears of failing and taking your time. And yeah, you want to get to know people because you could take 2 minutes and learn that you're married to a psychopath, or it could take you 20 years. It could take you 20 years to know that you're married to a psychopath. And then so whose fault? Like, you did everything you're supposed to do right and it still didn't happen right. So I don't go by those rules. I'm just a little bit.